Good midday evening, everyone. Welcome to this special edition of Shooting the Table. This is our road to LegionsCon type thing that we're stealing from Legion's Lounge. And we've got two really special guests with us tonight. They are both going to be at LegionsCon having their wares. We wanted to get them on the show and really show what they've got available. Me and Jesse. So there you go. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
You got some surprise guests lined up or something.
Yeah. No, we are the surprise guests. So see a few people out there in the chat. Looks like we got a 1.6 shooter hitting us with the Mat Rod. Let's go. We got Christian out there. 2 live shows from the US hitting it. Rocco the Great, smash that like button. There you go. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rocco.
Joe Gonzalez, as always. It doesn't matter. I think we could go live at any time of day, any day of the week, and Joe would be here. He would find a way. So appreciate that, Joe. Got Rick here and Christian again. So thank you for those that are joining live. I'm sure some other people will probably pop in as we go. And for those catching this on replay, enjoy the show. If you have any questions about anything that we show tonight, feel free to throw it in the comments or reach out to us afterwards. I don't think either of us are selling anything ahead of time. That is correct, right?
I'm not
really. No. Okay. Yeah, neither am I. So this is all stuff that'll be available at the show, but is not really being sold ahead of time. We do have Carver Customs just popped in too. So, hey, Brian.
Hello, Brian.
Nice to see you.
I never hide it. Oh,
yeah. Sorry.
At work and watch you guys.
Hey, that's cool, man. Whatever you got to do. So without further ado, we'll just pull it up. We're basically so at LegionsCon, when you get there, both of us are going to be in that first aisle where the horseman table is. So down from the horseman, you've got what we call the Wolf King block, which is like 3 tables of Wolf King customs. And then you kind of hit our corner, which it's basically, I think it's going to be a couple of tables of Wolf King. Then you're going to have like maybe Patrick Boyle. And then as part of the Wolf King, you're going to have Stephen Bisciotti as part of the Wolf King. And then you'll have Emil has his table, and then it's me and then Jesse. And then you come around the corner and hit LeBron. So that's kind of that Wolf King block there. So tonight we're going to be talking about table 9 and 10 there up in the corner, which is myself and Jesse. So,
and it looks like we got the 2 main entrances to the con. So we'll be right in that first row, I guess to the left as you enter the show, and the horseman will be off to the right. So
yeah. So if you're hitting the horseman tables first, we'll be right down on the other end of that aisle from them. If you're going to the other destination, which I think is Giovanni Bly's table, then we're way far away from him. So you'll have to search and find us. See, we got Rygon out there now too. We got a few people in here. Are we ready to get into what we got at the tables, or do you have anything else that you want to talk about before we get into it?
No, let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
I will say before we pull up the stuff at the tables, just a reminder, tomorrow night we do have Jeremy Gerard on the show. He is going to be talking about the event, and if you have any questions, things like that, I'm sure he'll be, willing to answer whatever you got. So yeah, just, make sure you tune in for that. If you have any questions about LegionsCon or just want to see what Jeremy has to bring. So
that is tomorrow night. 8:00 Eastern, our new start time.
Yep. Which I will remember this week. So
it's all good.
All right. So yes. We got the slides right? Okay, here we go. So starting with table 9, which is my table. Unless Emil has switched me around with Jesse because he wants to be closer to Jesse. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. But as of right now, I think I'm table 9. So first off, I've got a couple, some Mondos that I'm getting rid of to make some room. I am not looking to really make a profit on these things. I'm just looking to move them to make some room. So I will be selling these at discounted prices. I'm going to check out, what they're selling for on eBay and undercut that by a bit. And, just make sure, I'm offering some good deals here. Cause like I said, I'm just trying to move these. So, and I've got 3 of them. I've got the Hordak here, Mondo. I've got the original Scare Glow, the one that was kind of the one-day sale for Halloween a few years back. And then Keldor, which has alternate heads that you can kind of make him into a Skeletor as well, or the Keldor or the Burning Skull. So, and if somebody wants to get all 3 of those, obviously I'll make you a good deal, because like I said, my main thing is they just take up a lot of room, and I'm trying to move them. So that's just the Mondos, and then we start getting into the Legions. So, going to go through some full customs here first, and then I've got some other things, and we'll kind of go from there. So these are both tribute figures. Got Blue Falcon there, and we've got Darth Maul from Clone Wars, where he's got the kind of robotic legs and everything. So both of those will be available. I don't have prices on any of this stuff yet. I've got to kind of set those at the show with my wife. I got to figure out what we're going to do for pricing.
$1 million.
I think it'll be slightly less than that. So, this is Purple Gang. Any Purple Gang out there? This is Waltog's Death Squad. So I made this, kind of wanted some purple orcs, and made this little trio that's kind of like a SWAT team, as it were, for Arethyr that they send in, led by, Walter himself here. Waltog is what I was calling him. And this head sculpt comes from Planetary Dog. And then I've got him, a couple different assassin minions that are with him. So I'll be selling those together. Once again, don't know prices, but, we'll try to come up with a good price if somebody wants to buy the whole set of them. Next we got some dwarves. So I got 2 demon dwarves, and then I've got a Fury Clan one that I put together. Maybe one of my first customs, definitely within the first couple months of being in the Mythic Legion community. So got those there. Here's some more kind of gladiatorial type ones. I really like this one. I kind of thought about maybe not getting rid of this one, but
the mouse isn't going over the picture.
Oh, okay, the one on the far right. I just really
love
the gold and brown one. He's kind of got most of in this shitty picture because I got the shield covering most of it, but I just really liked that brown color. The way that I painted it, it really comes out looking like leather on his torso and his shield and stuff. So it looks a lot better in person than it does on picture there.
Hey, roll back to your purple one real quick, because
sure.
Jordan's here.
Oh, there. Oh, yeah. Purple Gang. Boom. There you go.
All right. What is Purple Gang?
I don't know. It's what Jordan says all the time.
Okay. The way you said it, it sounded like I was like, is this something bigger than what they talk about that I should know about?
I think he is actually forming a gang, and he's going to take out the other colored, orcs or something. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But there you go. If you like purple, there's some purple. There it is. Yeah. So here's some, like I said, gladiatorial ones. We got a skeleton. This one's using a master's body, so this one was quite a bit cheaper to put together. So this one will probably be priced a little bit better than the others. Okay. But then we've got this, the one with it's kind of like a too bad custom. I wanted to have one that looked like half green orc, half fury orc. So that's what we got here. And then this one is an orc shaman that I put together. It, once again, probably within the first couple months of being in the Mythic Legions Cabal. I was really happy with how that one turned out. And last year I was like, should I bring this to the show or not? And I decided to keep it. And this year I think I'm going to put it out there. If somebody buys it, great. If not, I will be happy to bring it home with me.
That's a really cool looking one.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Then we got some knights. So we got the skeleton Dark Templar there. We've got the Angel Knight. So Then we've got, I don't know what to
Touched a
call this grouping, but
bryophytus.
you got basically the bryophytus with these parts are from Legion Shop, and seen a lot of people paint those parts up like, brown, like, kind of a dry brush brown, like it's bark. I wanted it to look a little bit more like the Swamp Thing or something, like kind of green and slimy. So I painted them up a little bit differently. And then one of my first gnomes that I did with the gnome kits from Jeremy. I had that little dragon's eye that he's holding there. I found that at like Michael's like 10 years ago. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing, but it's freaking cool. And I figured I would find something to do with it at some point. And then when I was making this guy, I was like, I'm going to have him hold it. Like that's his source of power or something. So
That's really cool.
yeah. Here is kind of my version of the Grim Reaper. Which, somebody may or may not want that with all the Necronominous stuff we got coming out. And then I did this kind of vampire, half bat, half, vampire kind of thing. Now, I will say that the head on the vampire there, the purple head, was actually painted by Robert Espino. I got that head first, and I didn't know what to do with it. And then I built this custom around that head. So I did not paint the head. But I did paint match the wings and, the rest of the body to go with it. So
that's really cool.
And the little thing on this one, the wings on the front, like those pauldron ones, are like a third party printed piece that I got. But the wings on the back are actually from a dragon that I got at Michael's that I like cut the wings off and modified it to it. So it's got like one set of wings kind of wrapped over the front and then one set of wings in the back. But yeah, I kind of like that piece.
Very cool.
So that was it for full customs. Here we've got some capes. My wife has been making she's got some stuff that she's going to have at the table as well. So this is a 2.0 cape. We've got, I think, like a dozen, maybe a little bit more of these, where it'll be one color on one side. Like this one is blue on the inside, black on the outside, and then it's got a chain going across it to hold it at the top. We've got some other colors. I'm not sure what all she's got for the 2.0. I think maybe some red and black and some gold and black or something. But I really like these capes with the chain. It looks cool on the 2.0 figures. And then she's got some 1.0, which you see here. The 1.0 doesn't have a chain. It's got like a buttonhole in the back that you can put the pauldrons through to hold it on. And, this one here that you're seeing has like gold on the inside and then black on the outside. But we've got various colors. We got like purple and black if you want something for like your Alithia's brood. We've got some gold and red for Leodicius. We got some gold and black, some blue and black. So we'll have various capes of the 1.0 and 2.0 available. So I believe
really cool,
what's that?
Those are really cool. Darla did a great job on those.
Thank you. Yeah, she's been working hard at that. So I believe these are going to be $15 each, but if you buy two of them, it will probably do $25 for two. So for soft goods, I don't think that's a bad price. I think that should be fine. And we have sent these out to a few people. I think David Williams got one. Travis Bowles got one. Couple other people, and I got some really good response from it that it's wired, it's fully wired cape, and people said that they thought it was really sturdy. The seams were good, and it just had a good overall look. So awesome. Next is a dio that my wife put together. So on this, funny story with this one. While I was at LegionsCon last year, she stayed home and she worked on one of these dios for me while I was at LegionsCon. So she sent me pictures when she finished it. And then for this year, we're actually putting some of these together for sale. So this comes with everything in the picture besides the crash box stuff in the background, obviously, but it is DTOF size. So it's like a little throne room setup that would fit into a DTOF cube. And it's got, kind of a platform for the throne. It does come with the fully painted throne. It comes with the like cloth in the background there. The back wall, the floor, the step that's in front there, and then 2 little kind of rock formations on the side. So this is what it looks like, kind of by itself. Here's kind of how I display it. So I've, got my skeletons in there, got Malleus on the one side, Brother Mandibulus on the other, and then, their sister right there in the middle on the throne, holding her chalice. So that's kind of how it can look inside of a DTOF. So this is, without figures, this is with figures. So I believe these are going to be $150 for the whole set. It is a set that breaks down completely. It has magnets in it and stuff. We'll have a box for it because I know, traveling with some of this stuff can be difficult. So we've got a box that all this will fit into. The throne would be separately, but everything else fits into one box that we'll have that'll be easy for you to transport and not really have any problems. So now I will say on these, we only have 6 of these. So soon as they're gone, they're gone. They took a long time to make. Like I said, I fully painted the thrones. Those are not a foam piece. Everything else is made out of foam, basically. But I fully painted the throne. She painted and worked on everything else. And it took several months to put even just these 6 together. So, first come, first serve, 6 of them. And once they're gone, they're gone. So, and then finally, I just got some painted heads that I'll have for sale. As of today, I think I'm like 4 away from a full rack of heads. So just kind of like show some of these. I've got, the Shadow Orc set here. I've got some orcs, some aliens, some skeletons. I got kind of a little bit of everything in here. Do have some cookie heads that we're going to be selling. The little Skeletor, Cosmic Skeletor I did. I believe all of these are going to be $35 a piece, and then $60 if you get 2. So a little discount if you buy multiples. So in the bottom, the only thing that's spoken for on here is the bottom right corner. That lion is for Jesse, but everything else is available at LegionsCon. So. Somebody says repurposed spawn throne. No, that is the throne was from they had them in the Marvel. It's the Marvel Direct or whatever. The
Mephistopheles. Mephisto.
Mephisto. The Mephisto throne. So I found a vendor that sells these, and like I said, I just painted them up and stuff. So. Any other questions about this one? Need more lion heads? Yeah, if I had some more from Planetary Dog, I would get those. I'm sorry, I saw you pulled something else.
That's
up. What was that?
No, Christian was saying that the throne reminds him of something from a Danish vampire fantasy.
Oh, yep.
I just thought that was cool.
Okay. Any other questions for my stuff? Because that's really it for my stuff, and then we'll go to Jesse's. But if you guys have any questions, throw it out there, and I'll, we can either go back and look at something. I know I kind of rolled through that pretty quickly, but I don't see anything. So I think, Jesse, if you're ready, we can move on to your stuff.
Sure. So my table 10 is the Just Shelve It table, which is largely my thing, but I try to make Just Shelve It be an umbrella, a catch-all of things.
Real quick, it looks like John says he's got a bunch of those lion heads painted. So if you're looking for more lion heads, hit up John.
There you go. So this year, like last year, my table's going to have stuff from me, stuff from my friends Brian Seay and Mark Rivera, who are both going to be there at the con with me with their items. So I think Mark has been in the middle of moving and having some health stuff, so he wasn't able to get me pictures in time for today's show. Some of the stuff in my pictures are sculptures that he's done. He does sculpts for Legion Shop. So if you go to Legion Shop and go to the artist page and click on Mark Rivera's name, you can see all the stuff that he does over there. So We'll start off with I think Brian Seay stuff is first. So he is a sculptor, printer, customizer, and I think he got this file. It's a replica of that archaeological find. It was like a little metal soldier or a little toy. They call it like the world's first action figure. He printed out that head to make it. That's like the head looks exactly like the little sculpture, but it's on a, clearly on a Mythic Legion's body. So he'll have, I think these are ones he's selling as full customs. I don't have prices for any of his stuff yet. Again, with Brian, if you want to reach out to him as see.b.make on Instagram, or Brian Seay and the Cabal. I don't know if he's selling stuff before the show or not. But that's his stuff. He's the guy behind these. Hey, what's up, Walter?
We're just going through stuff that we're selling at LegionsCon, Walter.
Yep. Just hyping our tables. So this is a pair of the whales, the 1.0 whales that he had that were available through Legion Shop last year. So those will be full customs for sale. Some of the Oxalotl kits. He's got now a cosmic influenced one here on the far left. I'm doing the same thing with the mouse again. And he's got his little cosmic plunger there. He's got all sorts of little bits and bobs. I'm not exactly sure what whole accessories and things he's bringing, but I know he's going to have a lot of stuff beyond just these full customs. Up next is his cosmic Snailian. I just really love this snail head with these like tendril hands. I want to say those are bendy articulated tails, but I'm not sure on the hands. But he'll have that as a full custom. He's got these two kind of Nuka-Cola Fallout. Right, that's that game, right? Fallout. He's a huge fan.
I don't know anything about it, so
he's a huge fan of the Fallout stuff, and so these are some ones I think.
I just know I love that ray gun.
Yeah, those are cool. He's got a knight with like a soft goods tabard and everything. Let's see. A dragon custom. So we got a tail and a head. He's got some sort of blast effect on there and stuff. He's got his ogre scale beluga whale, which is just a lot of fun. I love how he's got those pauldrons all stacked up down the arm.
That's a big beluga. That's not a baby beluga.
That is not baby beluga. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. He's got. Oh, I guess that's just a different shot of that seam. Unless he has two, he might have two of them. I'm not sure. That's what he sent me. And he's got his Brontis Dragon Troll. Those wings are massive. If you saw those, I don't think I had any of the ones with the wings last year for him. But those wings are massive. If you know how big the trolls are, they're almost double the height to those points. He's got a
that's cool.
Kragnar troll with looks like those are
ogre
wings from it's ogre, but it's Kragnar, right?
Yeah,
Kragnar with
you
a
said
tail.
troll. I was just saying.
Oh, sorry, I meant ogre. Gargoyles. I think those are NECA gargoyle wings on the back there. And then he's got this BioShock inspired.
Yeah, I don't know anything from
figure.
BioShock, but I love the look of that figure. That's cool.
Yeah. And then a green dragon troll. And I think that's it for him. Like I said, markstarmedia. If you go to markstarmedia on Instagram, you can see a bunch of the stuff he's done. Like I said, he's been moving and things, so I don't have any current photos. I don't have my dios done, so now we're moving into my stuff. Is he missing his left hand?
The Kragnar looked like it was missing a hand. Yeah.
Oh, that was probably just the way my app cropped the picture. No, it's intact in the actual picture. My bad.
He kept that hand for another custom.
So this dio is 2 feet wide. So from front to back is 2 feet deep and about 4 feet wide left to right. And it's sitting a little bit over 2 feet tall, I think, at this point, to the top of the pink. There's going to be a waterfall coming down in the back of that little curve and a pool in there. This is going to be kind of a tropical, like pirate island type looking dio. And this one is already spoken for. As far as selling, you can't really see him in there, but there is Thygar in the little cave entrance in the middle there. It does loop around into the back. So this will just be fun to show off and have a bunch of the customs on display at the show. And here's where it's at now, glued together, coated in Mod Podge and black paint. So it's just waiting for me to go in tomorrow and start applying the color, the location color, textures and stuff. And I'll be doing the resin waterfall, or the waterfall is probably going to be glue, and I'll be doing some sort of resin and plant life and stuff to make it look more like a pirate hideout cavern.
Cool beans.
Next dio, this one is going to be really hard to explain until it's finished and people see it in person. But this is the back structure is 2 pieces of foam from a widescreen TV that I glued together, and there is actually a piece of plexiglass down the middle that's clear there, where you can see through the actual workroom behind there. And it's over 50 inches tall, or over almost 60 inches tall. So it's almost 5 feet tall to the top of these white posts. There is a whole little room up at the top. This is basic. My concept of this is a cosmic dio, and it's kind of like the cross section. And I'm now calling it derelict station. It's like it was a really fancy spaceport for people traveling to outer reaches to go to. I'm thinking kind of like a really upscale looking 80s mall from back in the day, that now is just kind of like people live there. There's almost like something out of like a zombie movie, where you see like this what once was a really cool, fancy, elaborate hotel or mall or something is now just kind of overrun. So the bottom level is kind of like where the shops and the thoroughfare was. The midsection of it was like just the main walkway where people would go around to the different ports, and up top is the what do you call it? The like construction maintenance hatch. So it'll be like dirtier and filthier up there and stuff. And this I took last week, slightly different angle. But I've got lighting running up through those tubes, and this is still very rough where it's at. This one's taking a lot of time to figure out how to put it all together. But it's about 2 by 2 square and about 5 feet tall. So
wow.
This will hopefully be a lot of fun for someone to pick up if they want to take it home with them and they have a big enough vehicle.
Nice.
There is a cord that comes out the back. It does plug into a standard outlet. So, if you set it on something, like it's meant to have the back against the wall or not looked at, but it'll be presentable on the back. I only have a couple customs finished, and some of these might be, I think some of these I might have tweaked some of the weapons around as I worked on them. This is just the picture I had of him. This is a brute scale Minotaur, if you will. It's on the Apharius torso and arms. So the Minotaur, or the Centaur body, with the Taurian head and neck piece. The horns are from like the Deluxe Legion builder, and the legs are from Etrigan the Demon from McFarlane. So it's not a perfect socket fit on the ball joint. So I think I've got some tack in there, but it holds good. And those are Mythic Legion hooves down on the bottom. And currently the tail is just kind of wedged in under the like loincloth on the back because I didn't want to drill into his hips. But it stays in there pretty nice. So this was a Oryx Boz, I named him as a Minotaur. I think in my mind, he's with either Leodicius or Noble Bear in my mind. Up next, Fury Orc Berserker. No name or specific bio for him, but that is a planetary dog head I actually got at the first LegionsCon I went to 3 years ago. The torso, I think, is Noble Bear.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure because I did that same one.
Because you just did that same one too.
Yeah.
And the loin piece is Planetary Dog. And yeah, I was originally going to do him green. I'm like, everybody loves the red orc, so I'm going to do a Fury Orc. And I feel like I see like an arm, like a loose arm bit under his crotch there from a different figure in the background. So just ignore that in this picture. I will have a couple more customs for sale. I will have my Fuzz Monks on display since everybody seems to really like seeing those. And I'll have my grasslands, kind of my African animals, but they're not done yet, so I don't have a picture of them. I'll have a couple other teams to show off, the characters from my book. I'll have a couple more things to add to these. But yeah, these are all characters from the book I've written and I'm working on. Smythe and the Cursed Blade, that'll be in one of my displays there. Those have been a lot of fun to see come to life. And then one that got a lot of attention in the Cabal was the, I'm calling it the Legion of Vox Machina, since this is Mythic Legions. I did customs of all of the Critical Role Vox Machina characters, and including the Raven Queen in the background. I will say this, she was pretty much a painted head on the Batwoman McFarlane body with soft goods added onto it. So if you take the soft goods off, it's just a Batwoman body under there, or a Batman Beyond, Batwoman Beyond. I don't remember. So I have those to show off, and then my most of my heads. So I've got a bunch of cosmic heads. Some of these are from Mark Rivera. Some of these are from Wolf King. Just a lot of fun playing with crazy colors and different textures and stuff on these. On the bottom, there's one of the Wolf King's head, Lars. I don't remember what his name is. It's got the eyeballs coming off the chin. I've got him painted up with Sphexian hands to match. And then I've got this green cricket shrimp looking guy on the far right with hands to match. So I'll have a couple of cosmic customs for sale, and we'll probably, batch in a extra head or something if you buy one of those customs.
It's a good idea to take some of those extra hands and paint them up to go with it.
Thank you. Cool. Heads, not so. I'm probably in the same. I want to say I was gonna do my heads at like 30 a piece just to keep things simple, or like 4 for 100 or something like that. I don't know. I'll have all the prices at my table. Next rack got some Minotaurs and hooded sets up at the top. Most of these are painted to match existing characters. So the blue Minotaur is matched for Lord Dragool. The black Minotaur on the right is meant to match Torian with his armor and stuff. We've got a blue hood, gold knight helmet, silver gray hood to go with the Dubon, and a silvery white helmet with the purple hood to go with Valak. A bunch of skeleton heads. Some of the stuff in the middle here is not finished, but I wanted to put them on the rack for pictures. And a lot of fun stuff here. And then vampires down the bottom. And I got one of the forest spirits that will fit either on Alder the Moose or on your Shadow Equidron up on the top left there. Got one of those
Where's
owls.
that from?
That is from Brian Seay.
Okay.
So that's ogre scale, but it will fit either the moose or the shadow equidron. Got some orcs on the top right over here. Some furious foreheads, like generic skeleton heads from Wolf King. Bunch of dwarves across the middle. Some gnomes, fury orcs, snurf neblin, and goblins, and a kobold thrown in for fun.
Beautiful.
There. So yeah, I think that's all I've got at the moment.
Well, we had some people join late, so I think maybe we just take one quick pass through everything. Like, don't need to stop and talk about everything, but just kind of run through the slides real quick. Just
go ahead.
One final go through. Which, hold on, let me remove it first. And anything else?
There's a little scroll wheel. You can just click that down arrow and go up to the top.
I did not, but now I've got it. Anything else before I go through this again?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I am going to I'm going to step out for a second.
Okay.
I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. So I'm just going to roll through the pictures. If anybody has any questions, let me know. But just one last quick go through. So we do have some Mondos. Got some full customs for me. This is all at table 9. Full customs. Then we've got some capes, 2.0 capes, as well as 1.0 capes. The capes prices are going to be $15 a cape or $25 for 2. The dio, there's only 6 of them. I see Ragon asking the price on the dio. It's $150. This is a DTOF size dio with throne. $150 total for that. But there's only 6. So once they're gone, they're gone. And this is what it kind of looks like with figures on it. And this is it fully broken down with magnets and everything. Then we've got some heads. So just kind of some various different painted heads. And, feel free to watch this again later or whatever. This is Jesse stuff. Keep in mind at Jesse's table, which is table 10, he's also got stuff from Brian Seay and Mark Rivera. So they've got some full customs. Full customs from both Brian, I believe, and from Mark. And I believe Brian will have some parts there for sale too, because I know I asked him about like those ray guns and stuff. And he said he would have those there. So watching from your Oculus, that'd be interesting. Jesse's got some dios. I believe this one is already spoken for, he said, but this one is still available. And it's still kind of in the works. And then he's got some full customs as well. I believe these are just for show, not for sale, because that's from his book. Same thing with the Vox Machina ones. And then he's got some heads for sale as well. So that is everything. Any questions from anybody? Otherwise, we'll probably close out the show here in a few minutes. But let me look back and make sure there's not any other things that we missed. A lot of goodies between you guys. Yeah, I mean we're trying. We want to try to bring some stuff to show off and have a good time. I know Jesse and I will both be bringing some pieces too that won't be for sale that we just want to show. And that's part of the great thing about LegionsCon is that it's part toy show, part art exhibit. And David S. Pumpkins. Any questions? Yeah, what the heck is David S. Pumpkins? That's my question. What are we going to be looking for at the con? I've got quite a few things that I'm looking for. That my main 2 that I've had in mind has been one of Trevor's calendars. That's like a must. That's hopefully that's a yearly thing that he does every single year now. But Trevor's calendars, I know I'm looking for Alexander Deshaw, Gizmo Customs. I'm Drunk Gizmo Customs. I'm looking for. He's doing a double stable. He's got single and double stables, but I really want that double stable. And then I think I'm probably going to go broke at Arthas Zoran's table with all of his gray Dwegar dwarfs. And there's a ton of other people that I definitely want to see and most likely pick some stuff up from. It just way too many to count. I mean, I know Legion's cast the other day, they were going through like the different tables and stuff, and there's not a bad table. Like every single table has got something awesome. So bring your money, cash is king, and be prepared because like I said, all these tables are bringing fire this year. What about you, Jesse? Anything you're looking for specifically to pick up? You're muted, Jesse.
Sorry. Not a cop-out answer, but I don't even know. It depends on what I can find that's available on tables when I get to walk around. There's just...
That's for you. I said I didn't think it was, but I don't know, Trevor.
If I do sell it, it's all of it. It's all of it or nothing. I'm not piecing out characters for that. So if it's something I made that I wanted to make. So if I do sell it, it's going to be the whole team. So
yeah.
And hopefully I'll have a trinket to go with it, the bear, in some form or fashion, whether I carve it out of foam or get a Jumanji bear to put with it. I don't know, but yeah, there's just, I mean, obviously I want to get one of Trevor's calendars, shirts and stickers from as many people as possible. There's just too much cool, awesome stuff to be like, I want this, and then be disappointed because I didn't get there fast enough, kind of a thing. So everybody's got, I mean, right behind us, we got Jeremy and Eric LeBron and the Legion shop and Wolf King, and Emil is right there. And then you got Detour and like all the people that are going to be there. I'm just looking at the tables real close to us. Yeah, there's too much good stuff. So I'm not going to be able to get.
And some people are going to be bringing surprises too. Like there's going to be some stuff that you're not even going to be expecting. And all of a sudden it's going to be like, oh yes. My goodness. Like this is, so.
Yeah. Like I said, I didn't have everything I'm planning on having at my table in these slides. So I'll definitely have some more things and my dios will be complete. But yeah, it's just, yeah. It'll probably just be random impulse, like, "Ooh, that's cool," and it's still on the table when I walk around.
Yeah,
and it depends on, I may do the barter system, where someone's like, "Oh, I'll can I buy this?" And it's like, well, it's so many dollars, or I'll do, if you go get me a reinforcement shadow orc off the table, I'll knock $30 off of it, or something like that,
Right.
So trading is always fun. So, yeah.
Cool. Well, I mean, I think that's a show. We just really wanted to show what was going to be on our table tonight. So I think we've kind of done that, and we've tried to answer questions as we've gone along. Unless you got anything else, Jesse, I think we'll probably sign off.
Yeah, I just want to say, looking forward to seeing everybody that's going to be there. Hope everybody has a safe travel to, and of course from the show when it's over. But we're not thinking about that part yet. Get there safe. Let's have fun. Let's have a good time. Let the hotel and the surrounding areas know that the Legions fans and Cabal are good folks to have around. And
join us tomorrow night, Jeremy Gerard.
Tomorrow night, yes,
yeah,
8 p.m.
Shelve.
Jeremy will all things LegionsCon. We won't be prying him for any secrets or any special reveals or anything. But
speak for yourself. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
Be like, when is the dragon? Like, finally, just tell us. When's the dragon coming? Just tell us. All right. Well, we We appreciate it, folks. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and watching, and share with your friends. So
Yeah.
we'll see y'all in a couple weeks.
And until then,
I was gonna set you up, but yeah, you already set me up. So what's on your shelf?